There's a certain magic to a Sunday evening, isn't there? The weekend is drawing to a gentle close, and for millions across the country, that means settling in for a comforting television ritual. The iconic opening theme of Antiques Roadshow. It's a tune that promises wonder, history, and the tantalizing possibility that a dusty old object from the attic could be a life-changing treasure. We watch, captivated, as family heirlooms, car boot sale finds, and forgotten paintings are placed gently on the expert's table. We lean in, holding our breath alongside the hopeful owners. Will it be a priceless masterpiece or a charming fake? This very question is the heartbeat of the show, a weekly dose of hope and surprise that has made it a national treasure since 1979. At the center of this beloved institution is Fiona Bruce. Since taking the helm in 2008, she has become the show's warm, empathetic guide, sharing in the joy of incredible discoveries and offering a comforting presence during the inevitable disappointments. With her genuine curiosity and steady hand, she's seen it all. Or so you'd think. But even a seasoned host like Fiona can be left utterly speechless by the raw, unpredictable nature of human emotion when lifelong hopes collide with cold, hard reality. In a candid moment, Fiona shared a story that peels back the curtain on the show's polished exterior, revealing a moment of drama so intense it has stuck with her for years. It's a story not of triumph, but of profound disappointment, a reminder that for every person who walks away beaming, someone else's dream quietly crumbles. Speaking with Stephen Mulhern on Celebrity Catchphrase, Fiona was asked a question that viewers have always secretly wondered: does anyone ever get truly angry when their prized possession is deemed worthless? A knowing laugh escaped her. Everyone tells me they love that bit, she admitted, acknowledging the touch of schadenfreude we all feel. And yes, I mean, many times. But then her tone shifted as she recalled one particular incident that went far beyond a simple frown or a sigh of resignation. This was something else entirely. Some people came along once, a couple, she began, setting the scene, and they had an enormous painting. Let's just pause and imagine that for a moment. This wasn't a small ceramic or a pocket watch tucked into a handkerchief. This was a massive canvas. Imagine the effort, the sheer logistics of getting it to the roadshow, protecting it from the elements, carefully maneuvering it through crowds of people, all fueled by a fragile glimmer of hope. Perhaps it was a family legend, a piece that had hung on a grandparent's wall for decades, accompanied by whispered stories of a famous, long-lost artist. Maybe they'd spent their savings on it at a local auction, convinced they had found the sleeper hit of the century. Whatever its origin, they had invested not just effort, but emotion into this painting. It represented a possibility, a what-if that had likely powered many conversations and daydreams. Fiona continued, describing the moment of truth. They lugged it along, and it took them ages. Eventually, the specialist saw it. This is the pinnacle moment of any roadshow visit. The expert, with their gentle hands and keen eye, begins their examination. The air crackles with anticipation. The couple would have stood by, hearts pounding, watching every subtle nod and thoughtful gaze from the expert, trying to read the signs. Is that a look of recognition? A flicker of excitement? Then came the verdict. The expert, in their calm, professional tone, delivered the news. The painting, their great hope, their monumental effort, was worth £30 maybe. £30. The words just hung in the air, heavy and devastating. You could almost feel the shift in the atmosphere, the vibrant bubble of dreams bursting in an instant. £30 might cover the cost of the petrol it took to get there, but it was a universe away from the life-changing sum they had clearly envisioned. For some, this news would be met with a stoic nod and a polite thank you. But for this couple, the disappointment was too sharp, too public. It was a wave that crashed over them, washing away their composure and leaving pure, unadulterated frustration in its wake. What happened next left Fiona and the crew stunned. They were so cross, she recalled. There was no attempt to hide their feelings, no stiff upper lip. In a swift, decisive act that spoke volumes, they dumped it against a hedge and stormed off. They just left it. The enormous painting, the object of so much hope and effort, was abandoned unceremoniously against a hedge, its potential story ending right there on the grass. The couple didn't want a souvenir of their dashed dreams. They didn't want the gentle commiserations. They simply wanted to be gone, to escape the place where their fantasy had evaporated. This moment reveals the powerful undercurrent